Good morning. It's Friday. It is vlogmas day, I think it's day 7. Oof. This is gonna be really hard to keep track of, but I went back and watched a few of my first days and I'm super proud of what I've done so far. I'm a little behind schedule at this moment. I typically have been filming the day and then I'll edit that night and schedule it for like 2 days ahead, and that's kind of been really helpful so that I'm not feeling too overwhelmed. But we went to dinner and stuff last night, like out of the house, so I didn't feel like doing it. Once I got home, I actually kind of passed out shortly after we got home, and I slept for 9.5 hours, which is awesome. I'm still feeling a little groggy right now, but going to drink my coffee, start working on editing that before I start work today, and then once I check in on work, I will see what I have to do and I'll just do my workout after that, just after I make my little to-do list. And if there's nothing that's too like timely, then I'll do my workout and then get to my to-do list after it. I think that since this is week 7 or day 7, I can do a little check-in on where I'm at with my goals. So I'm gonna go grab that journal, but first let's try my coffee of the day. Let me find more about it. I should just have this website up on my phone. So yes, today is day 7 of Vlogmas because it's day 6, or is it day 8 of Vlogmas? Oh my gosh, I'll figure it out. It'll be in the title. I'll know then. It's day 6 of the Onyx Advent Calendar. It is from El Salvador. It's called El Salvador Santa Rosa Honey. Oh, so it means it's honey processed, which I do like, so that's fun. It has notes of Concord grape, Demerara sugar, not sure what that is, rose, and dark chocolate. It sounds good. It's a light roast. I've already had like a taste of like my spoon after I put the milk in and I liked it, but let's see. Oh, okay. That is different. It's like, it's not as acidic as I was thinking it was gonna be. It's more like, okay, weirdly enough, it's the rose, I think. And I kind of like it, but I don't know, it's different. It's good. I'll drink the rest of it. Let me go grab my journal so I can check in on those winter art goals that I set. First one is Vlogmas, which we're in full swing, day 7, or whichever day it is. Total 3 times a week and daily walks. Okay, I haven't been so good on the daily walks. It's such a struggle with where we live, and it's something I need to work on prioritizing. It's part of my instead of having a weight loss goal, I shifted to a movement goal, and the daily walks are part of that. Eating well, what makes me feel good but balanced. I definitely think I'm still doing that, so that's good. And then rest, prioritize rest. And yeah, I think I do a decent job of that. Every day I sign off with a different activity. If you haven't noticed, you can go check out my vlogs, but every evening I have like a sign off activity, or usually it's painting on my little watercolor workbook. Yeah, so far so good. Keeping up my winter art. So yeah, let's get into the day. Hello, I a pretty boring day. Besides my workout, I didn't really film much today, so I thought that I would do a little reading vlog, or more so like a reading recap so far to date of what I've read this year. I'll probably read at least, I'm almost through my book club book right now, so I'll probably read at least one more past that. But I exceeded my goal already. My goal was 12 books this year. I am a fairly active reader, so I actually lowered my challenge this year. I knew this year was going to be pretty busy, so I decided to just try to hit a minimum of one book per month, and I'm at 15 so far. And I wanted to share my favorite reads of the year so far. Maybe I'll update this towards the end of Vlogmas with other books that I've read that I really like, but we're gonna start here. First one is Legends and Lattes. I just wasn't sure about this one. I thought it sounded fun. I definitely wanted something more cozy to read. I normally read a lot of romance. It's kind of like a cozy fantasy, and obviously I love coffee, so that kind of appealed to me. I saw it in like different places, but then when I was in Ohio visiting a friend earlier this year, I think it was in January, I saw this book at a bookstore, and that's one of my favorite things to do when I travel or just day to day. I think I've posted a lot of bookshops in my videos so far, but I like to support indie bookshops, and so I got this book in Ohio. I don't even know the name of or I can't remember the name of the shop that I got it from, but I ended up loving it, and it unlocked a new love for me of cozy fantasy. I think I'm not a big fantasy reader, even though I grew up on Harry Potter. I just can't get into fantasy as well. It's ironic because a couple other of my favorites this year are also a little fantasy. So I was a Harry Potter person, and I grew up in Twilight as well, and so this was just such a fun read. There was a little romance piece to it, but it was not the focus, and it was just so fun. It just felt like a hug, and good book. Definitely should check it out. It is about a gal, not a gal, it's this person or whatever creature she is, essentially is a warrior who decides that she wants to start fresh and create the first ever coffee shop in this city, this made-up city, magical fantasy city, but she faces some things in the way, and it's so good. So definitely cozy fantasy. I think it's perfect for cold weather, honestly, if you just want to like be at home and feel cozy. Next is another cozy fantasy. So after I read that, I was like, okay, love this cozy fantasy thing, give me more. So the next one is The House in the Cerulean Sea. Oh, it was so good. It's like fantasy, but also it gives me like a little bit of Hunger Games vibes of like the world it's set in almost, but such cozy, good vibes. And I think what I like about it most is it's a little bit different than this Legends and Lattes, in the sense that you get like a little bit more nervous in it, like something bad's gonna happen and it's gonna happen soon, but it's like it teeters that line so that it's still cozy, that you don't get that full effect of like a thriller per se. And so yeah, it is very good, highly recommend. And yeah, another cozy read. Okay, and then another fantasy read, but technically think it's a romance. It's definitely giving Twilight vibes from the cover, but Allie Hazelwood wrote Love Theoretically, and I've read a bunch of her novellas as well that are all kind of about women in STEM and their love lives basically. And yeah, I really liked those. And then I saw this one. I got this one at a bookshop. I think I got this one in a bookshop in New Orleans whenever we were there. I can't really remember, but I wasn't sure again because it's like about vampires and werewolves, and I wasn't 100% sure that I would enjoy it, but I know I love a good romance, so it definitely fits within that realm, and it was so good. I ended up really enjoying it. So definitely my top reads for this year. And then lastly, okay, so it's The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. I would never have picked this up, honestly, but I did because it was the book chosen for the book club at a local bookshop to me. So I got the book from the bookshop, read it, and I ended up really liking it. It's more of a thriller for sure, and I'm not necessarily a thriller type person, but this one isn't so, I don't know, it isn't so intense, I guess. It's still like, it's just like really well written in the sense that it comes from a lot of different perspectives, different time frames. It's really complex, but I loved the ending personally. I like how it ends with a little kind of a question mark, but also settling at the same time. But I really enjoyed it. Still felt like a cozy read in the sense that like I wasn't rushed to finish it. I like to enjoy a book and really take my time reading it sometimes because I can be a really fast reader. So I really enjoyed this one, and those are my top 4 books. Wow, it took me a second to count that, but those are my top books of 2024. And I'm definitely a seasonal reader. I love reading with the seasons. Those are my favorite books. That's my take on reading, and I think that will cap out the end of my vlog. I don't know if I'm going to share any more today. I'm actually probably just going to paint and eat dinner and chill, and then tomorrow I might clean out my closet and just working on the Airstream, I think, is the focus this weekend. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.